Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. Today I will teach you polygon mesh and plane equation. Okay. In the previous class, we completed polygon surface and what? We study polygon surface and polygon table. This much we covered. Okay. So today we discuss or we study polygon mesh and plane equation. Okay. So let us discuss in detail. So first we will discuss about plane equation. Okay. For produce a display of 3D object, we must process the input data. Okay, we must process the input data representation for the object through several procedures. Okay, these processing steps include transformation of the modeling and world coordinate description to viewing coordinates. This world coordinate to viewing coordinate, all these things we have discussed in the viewing pipeline in 2D. Okay, then it convert to the device coordinate. After that, identification of visible surface, and the last one is the application of surface rendering procedure. These 4 processing steps we include. Okay, for this process we need information about the spatial orientation of the individual surface component of the object, right? This information is obtained from the vertex coordinate. Okay, this information is obtained from the which coordinate value? Vertex coordinate value and the equation that describe the polygon planes. Okay, the equation of the plane surface can be expressed in the form ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0, where x, y, z is any point on the plane. Okay, coordinate point, and a, b, c, d are the constants to describing the spatial properties of the plane. Okay, we can obtain the values a, b, c, d by solving a set of 3 plane equation using the coordinate values for 3 collinear points in the plane. To solve the ABCD values, we use a set of 3 plane equation using the coordinate values for 3 non-collinear points in the plane. Let us assume. Okay, let us assume that 3 vertices of the plane are x1, y1, z1. This is your one vertices, and another one is your x2, y2, z2, and third one is your x3, y3 and z3. These are the 3 vertices of the plane. Okay, right. Let us solve the following simultaneous equation for ratio a by d, b by d and c by d, and getting the values of a, b, c, d. To solving the equation a by d x1 plus b by d y1 plus c by d z1 equals to -1. In this way, a by d x2 plus b by d y2 plus c by d z2 equals to -1. So this and Third one is your a by d x3 plus b by d y3 plus c by d z3 is also equals to minus 1. In this way, we use three vertices of the plane using the constant values a, b, c and d. Okay. To obtain this equation, above equation in determinant form, we apply the Cramer's rule. The Cramer's rule, all of you remember in your mathematics, from your mathematics. Okay. So let us skip the mathematics Cramer's rule. Only in the above equation we apply the Cramer's rule. After applying this, we get the ABCD value in a matrix form. A equals to 1 y1 z1, 1 y2 z2, 1 y3 z3. B equals to x1 1 z1, x2 1 z2, x3 1 z3. C equals to x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1. And D equals to minus x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2, x3 y3 z3. This matrix form we get from the above equation applying the Cramer's rule. Okay. By expanding a determinant, after expanding this determinant matrix, we get A equals to y1 into z2 minus z3 plus y2 into z3 minus z1 plus y3 into z1 minus z2. Okay, this one is your A value. Then B value is equal to z1 into x2 minus x3 plus z2 into x3 minus x1 plus z3, sorry here yes right, z3 into x1 minus x2. Okay, and C equals to x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y3. In this way, D equals to minus x1 into y2 z3 minus y3 z2 minus x2 into y3 z1 minus y1 z3 minus x3 into y1 z2 minus y2 z1. Okay. These equations, all these equations and all these formulas, all of you remember it. This is very important. Okay. After that, for any point xyz with parameter constant a, b, c and d, we can say that when ax plus by plus cz plus d not equal to 0 means the point is not on the plane, surface plane. Okay. And ax plus by plus cz plus d is less than 0 means the point is inside the surface. And ax plus by plus cz plus d greater than 0 means the point is outside the surface. That means the value which we get is not equal to 0 means the point is not on the plane, surface plane. Okay. If the value is less than 0, then the point is inside the surface. Okay. And the value is greater than 0, that means the point is outside the surface. Okay. So in the 3D object representation, in the 2D we only two coordinate position, x coordinate and y coordinate. But in 3D we find three coordinate position, x coordinate, y coordinate and another one is your z coordinate. If the point is inside or outside or not in the plane surface, to find out this equation and this procedure. Okay, so this is your plane equation of the polygon surface. Okay, all of you clearly understand it? I hope you people remember these things and note down in your copy. Okay, next we discuss polygon mesh. Okay, this one is your figure of polygon mesh. So let us discuss what is polygon mesh. 3D surface and solids can be approximated by a set of polygonal and line elements. Okay, such surface are called polygonal mesh. That means 3D surface or 3D objects can be a set of polygonal element or line elements. Okay, these surfaces are called polygon mesh. Polygon mesh is a collection of edges, vertices and faces. Polygon mesh is include the collection of edges, vertices and faces. These three things. Okay, that defines the shape of the polyhedral object in 3D computer graphics and solid modeling. Okay, in polygon mesh also edges are there, vertices also are there, also faces are there. Okay, in polygon mesh an edge can be shared by two or more polygons and vertex is shared by at least two edges. That means one vertex is shared at least two edges. Okay, and an edge can be shared two or more polygons. Okay, the set of polygon or faces together form the skin of the object. That means one side on one surface of the object. Okay, polygon meshes can be represented in a triangular form also, and also can be represented in a quadrilateral form. In the first figure, in this figure, in this figure, these are number of triangles are there. Okay, here 11 triangle, in this figure 11 triangles are there. That means 11 triangle strips are there. Using the 11 triangle strips, this shape can be drawn. Okay, the 11 triangle strips can be connecting through 13 vertices. Okay, you also count 13 vertices are there and 11 triangle strips are there. Okay, this one is your triangle form, and in the quadrilateral form or quadrilateral mesh, it contain 12 quadrilateral can be constructed from using 5 by 4 input vertex array. That means in this side 4 vertex and the horizontal side 5 vertex. Okay, the 5 cross 4 vertex are array of vertex are there, and here 12 quadrilaterals, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 11 12 13 sorry 11 9 10 11 12 quadrilaterals. Okay, so polygon mesh can be represent in a triangular strips also and also represent in quadrilateral strips. Okay. This method can be used to represent a broad class of solid surface in graphics. Okay. A polygonal mesh can be rendered using hidden surface removal algorithm, and it can be represented by three ways. First one is your explicit representation, second one is your pointers to vertex list, third one is your pointers to an edge list. Okay, first we discuss explicit presentation. Okay, in explicit presentation, each polygon stores all the vertices in order in the memory. That means in the explicit representation, each polygon store all the vertices in a order form in the memory. In how it can be stored? P. Suppose P is one point. The coordinate point is your polygon stores x1, y1, z1. That means first coordinate point. Then x2, y2, z2, second coordinate point. In this way, x3, y3, z3, third coordinate point. In this way, xm, ym, zm and xn, yn, zn. In this way, mn number of vertices it can be stored. It processes fast by requiring more memory for storing. In this way, it can use more memory space. Okay, in the explicit representation form. Second one is your pointers to vertex list. In this method, each vertex stores in the vertex list. All the vertices are stored in a vertex list, and then polygon contains pointer to the required vertex. Then the polygon contains the pointers to the required vertex. That means here V equals to x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, in this way up to the xn, yn, zn. All these things you students are remember it. Okay. All the vertices coordinate points are stored in the vertex list. And now polygon of vertex 3, 4, 5 is represented. Suppose the vertex 3, 4, 5 are present. Then the P equals to V3, V4, V4, V5, V5, V3. In this way, all the 3 points are connected. Okay. It is considerably space saving, but common edges is difficult to find. So, in the pointer to vertex list, it can store the less memory space, but it is difficult to find out the common edges. Okay. Then third one is your pointer to edge list. In this polygon have pointer to the edge list. That means pointer means what? One location point to point out to the another location point. That means the address location list. Pointer, you remember na? In the C programming, all of you know the properties pointer. Okay. In this polygon have pointers to the edge list, and edge list have pointer to the vertex list. That means polygons have pointer to the edge list, then edge list have pointer to the vertex list. Okay. For each edge of 2 vertex pointer is required. Each edge has 2 vertex pointer. Okay. Which points in the vertex list? In this way, B is the vertex. Okay. B equals to x1, y1, z1, that means coordinate position, x2, y2, z2 up to the xn, yn, zn. In this way, edges are there. To connect one edge, we require 2 endpoints or 2 vertices. Okay. B1. So E equals to V1 V2, V2 V3, V3 V4, V4 V5. In this way Vn to Vm. Okay, this is your edges. And last one is your polygon. In the polygon, E1 E2 up to En number of edges are stored. So the polygon have pointer, that means the polygon have pointer to the edges, then edges have pointer to the vertices. Okay, this approach is more efficient and easy to find common edges, but this approaches in the third approaches is more efficient and easy to find out the common edges, but second approaches is the difficult to find out the common edges. Okay, let us discuss what are the advantages of the polygon meshes. It can be used to model almost any object. Okay, they are easy to represent as a collection of vertices. They are easy to transform. They are easy to draw on computer screen. These are the advantages of the polygon meshes. And what are the disadvantages? Core surfaces can only be approximately described, not exactly described, approximately described. This point is, remember, it is difficult to simulate some type of objects like hair or liquid. Okay, it is difficult to simulate some type of objects like hair or liquid. These types of objects can be difficult to design or simulate. Okay, so in this class we cover plane equation and polygon meshes. So all of you keep watching and keep learning. Also note down in your copy. If at least you note down in your copy, you will remember some points or some things. Not you will read and learn in exam day. Okay, so that's all in this class. Next class we will discuss another thing. Okay, thank you.